Hello and welcome to this C# Go video on the while loop. You can see here that the template that I've shown for the while loop has a single test condition. In other words, there's no increment as there is in the for loop or setting of initial values. Now the statements within the while loop will execute as long as the condition is true, but we have to remember that we have to change the value of any counter that we're going to evaluate during the test condition within the loop. And you can see here I have counter plus plus. I have included brackets in this example because we have two statements at least within the while loop. Okay, these are the relational operators, and you can see here that our counter in the first row is being evaluated against the value of x. Does counter equal x? If it does, then the loop will terminate. Is the counter not equal to x? Is the counter less than x, greater than x, less than equal to x, or greater than equal to x? Now you saw that we added 1 to our value for the counter, and we did this by saying counter plus plus, and these are the unary operators that we use. There are two examples here for adding and subtracting. The difference between them is that plus plus counter will add 1 to the counter before it's used, whereas counter plus plus will add 1 to the counter after it's been used. And you can see here I've got in the middle column the effect of what that is actually doing. Okay, so let's move on to an actual example. We have Visual Studio running, so we'll start a new project. This will be a console application. We'll give it a name, the while loop. Destination's fine, so OK that. And Visual Studio generates the template for you, and I'm just going to copy paste some code in here, and you can see that what I've done is to initialize a counter to 0, and then in the while statement I'm testing counter against the value of 10. So as long as the counter is less than 10, the loop will continue iterating. You can see within the loop here I've got a string constant between double quotes. The value of counter is, then plus, concatenate, counter, the value of counter to the end. Following this statement I've got a counter plus plus. This adds 1 to the counter. So let's build the solution and see what it produces. It's built fine. Let's run the program, and there we are. Just what we may have expected. Its count from 0 to 9. Once counter was 10, it terminated the while loop. Well, what about having a go at modifying this example and increasing the value that we're evaluating? How about negative values, starting from a different value of counter? How about starting from a high value and counting down to 0 or even below 0? Well, this is C# Go saying give it a go. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.